So I was thinking the other day I wanted to teach you guys a classic in magic. You've probably heard that term before, a classic in magic. If we go back in time to like Harry Blackstone, Doug Henning, and now the ever popular David Coppertone, they all do classics in magic at these big stage shows. And if you were thinking what would be one of the top 3 illusions that you would like to see at a show like that, if you're thinking of cutting a lady in half, you would be in that top 3. Well, in today's video, I'm going to reveal the secret of cutting a lady in half. Maybe not the way they do it, but my version that you can do yourself at home. That's coming right up, right after this. Well, welcome back to Presto Paul TV. I'm your host, Presto Paul, and on this channel, I teach you the best tricks, tips, and techniques on how to do magic for beginners. We're gonna have a ton of fun today learning this really cool trick that you'll be able to do at home. I don't wanna waste any time. Let's just jump right into the magic. So here is my version of cutting a lady in half. I have my lovely volunteer right here. This is Penelope. She's going to get into my paper box just like this. And in a moment, I'm going to cut her in half with the scissors of doom. So she goes right inside the box just like that. I'm going to lock her in the top so she cannot get out. And then we're going to cut her in half right down the middle with the scissors of doom. They go right in there and with just a couple snips, and just like that, she is cut in half. Whoa! And now we can magically put her back together again, just like that. Learn this simple trick right now. So here's what you need to perform the cutting the lady in half illusion at home. A little DIY project for you. Get 2 different color papers. One's gonna be long and narrow like this that you're gonna draw your volunteer on. Another one's gonna be a different color with a secret behind the back side of it, one I'm gonna show you in a second. So go ahead and grab your paper, grab some scissors or an X-Acto knife, and I'll show you from my point of view what's going on back here. So you have to make a little bit of a gimmick for this cutting the lady in half trick. So in your colored paper over here, on the other side, you're going to do a little bit of work beforehand. Very simple to do. You're just gonna cut 2 slits right there in the approximate middle, which is where you're going to be placing the lady here in just a moment. So use that scissors or an X-Acto knife, whatever you want. Just be careful with the sharp items. Now you're going to do this little bit of a subtlety in the beginning when you put the lady in there the first time. You want them to see her inside the box, but you can't do it without exposing those 2 little slits right there, unless you cover that up in a natural motion of putting your fingers right there. And you can open it up and that covers the 2 little slits so you're able to show her in there. Then you're going to take her out, place her in front, grab your scissors of doom as a little distraction, giving you a reason to put her back in. Now if you put your thumb right about there at the bottom, it'll make the work a little bit easier. Just take a little bit of practice to get her back in there just like this. So now you have her in between that slot right there, and that's down in the middle. You can move her around a little bit so they can see that she is really in there, and then you can lock her in from the top. Now all you're going to do is take your scissors of doom and you're going to go behind her. But from the front it looks perfectly normal as you saw in the performance. Holding onto your fingers right there at the top. Cut the scissors all the way through. And that's why I hold at the top, because these are going to separate a little bit, and that's fine. You just don't want to open these up to expose them. Then you can bring that together, pinch them off again, pull her out the side, show that she is restored, and you can just set these aside without showing the little slits on the back. You can just turn them over like that. And that is how you cut a lady in half. Well, thanks so much for tuning in this week. I hope you liked that one. If you did, give me a tap on that like button down there. If you are new here, I hope you would consider subscribing as well. Share this with your friends. Click on one of these cards over here or down in the description below to check out some of my other videos as well. Hey, until next week, I'm your host, Presto Paul. And remember, you gotta have fun. You'll live longer.